Hi there. The secret that I discovered about how to be happy about my day is to spend time to plan it and optimize it as best as I can while not fretting if things don't go according to the plan. You can do as much preparation, as much planning as you want, but sadly, the day rarely turns out to be exactly how you planned or how you hoped. And we need to be okay with that. We need to try to do the best we can to try to focus on the things that matter. And at the same time, not to get discouraged if things didn't turn out to go according to the plan. And try to throw a child into the mix. You'll definitely see that it's really hard to try to follow the outline for the day and everything that you hope to do. Without having a plan, it's, in my case, it's a recipe for disaster, because I get distracted and carried away to different things, many things at the same time. Because in my current role, a lot of things are demanding my attention, and if I get carried away with everything that needs my attention, I'm doing a million different small things without actually impacting the big things. So if you're here to see how I plan my day as a software engineering manager and how my day actually turns out, how do I spend my day, you're in the right place. Okay, so let's dive into how do I spend my day as a software engineering manager and how do I actually plan my day. And those are two completely different things. So my typical day, it starts at 5 a.m. in the morning. That's the time I get up quietly, not to wake up my family, get dressed and go for a walk. And that's the time I actually listen to podcasts or audiobooks or something like that. Currently, I'm listening to an audiobook on Audible, and it's Extreme Ownership. It's about leadership, and I'll add the details in the description below if you're curious to find out more about that book. But yeah, my morning will be somewhere from 30 minutes to an hour and 30 minutes, depending on my day, how busy it is, and how is the schedule and stuff like that. Typically, I will get back at around 6:30, resume my morning routine like brushing and skincare and getting dressed for my workday. And at around 7 in the morning, that's when I go and wake up my little girl. And that's when lazily I spend time with her and play. I play with my mini me. it's a good time of the day. And around 7:45, that's when I have my daily team stand up, when we all get together and connect and see what we accomplished for the day, what we want to accomplish the day that is coming, and any roadblocks and anything we want to talk about, like in the really quick 15 minutes. So that's kind of a typical day that is kind of a standard. And then every single day is different. I try to have my days divided or planned by different themes. So Monday theme is I have sprint planning, I'm doing grooming, I'm doing roadmap work, kind of trying to make sure that the work is strategized, it's breaking down into manageable pieces and stuff like that. Thursday, it's basically the time when I actually connect upstream with, let's say, the leadership team. I have one-on-ones with my manager. Then my next day theme is Wednesday, which is the no meeting Wednesday day theme. It's the day when I'm trying to focus, be creative, and try to do stuff, which it's only one day a week, but thanks for that. And the next day, Thursday, it's one of the busiest day of my week. Every week is super busy. That's because it's themed as team connection, team ops and stuff like that. Is the time when I actually have my one-on-ones with my team members, making sure that I have a chance to chat with every single one of them and see how things are going. Friday is a day when I do retrospective reflections and strategic planning, let's say. Also, it's kind of strategizing about different projects, situation, and so on. And that's kind of the theme. So today, when I'm recording this, is Thursday. I actually made the plan for the day. I have the plan right here, but I'm recording this towards the end of the day because it's really busy day, as I mentioned, and the things actually turned out to go differently than what planned. So I'll have, here's what the plan, and I'll go through what actually happened. So starting to, when I started to work today, I started to work at about 6:15 in the morning when I had my first one-on-one with my team member who is in Europe. Then at 6:45, I had my next one-on-one with the next team member. Then around 7:15, that's when we have a weekly squad check-in, and that lasts around 7:45 to 8. But I'm hopping off around 7:45 to join my team stand-up to make sure that we are still kind of meeting, like we are moving in the right direction, what we did, what we want to do, and what are the roadblocks and stuff like that. And around 8 o'clock, that's when I start chatting with my next team member who is also in Europe. At around 8:30, I had today another one-on-one with my US-based team member. And that was the fourth one-on-one of the day. After that, at 9 o'clock, right? Yeah, it was 9 o'clock when I had an interview scheduled for a principal engineer, a first interview loop with that candidate. Everything went so far well. So hopefully the next steps go well and we can add a principal engineer to my team. After that, like from 9:30 to 10, that was kind of a window of time that was not blocked. And I hope that I'll be able to do some code reviews. What happened in reality, that hour was spent with my team member. He needed to ask me questions on the project that he was working. So I hopped on a Zoom call with him ad hoc and chatted and answered all the questions he had. So I will take a pause and talk about the sponsor of this video, Tildy. Tildy, thank you for sponsoring portion of this video.
Would you like a cooler and friendlier way to meet and collaborate with your friends or colleagues? A place that will spark your creativity and bring a breath of fresh air to meetings and working remotely? TLD lets you create free meetings. Check the link in the description below.
Thank you for sponsoring today's video, Tildy. Let's resume where we left off. At 10 a.m., I had my prioritization meeting and roadmap for the busiest time of the year for our business. The Q3 is when we are making the most business, and we needed to make sure that we are ready, set, and ready to go and rock the season. So we had kind of an hour schedule, but in reality we went over that for 30 minutes. So that swallowed my 30 minutes of time when I was planning to review and go through and follow up through any of my emails and things that I needed to do. However, the meeting ran over, so immediately I hopped to the next meeting that was at 11:30, and that was a new project proposal from one of my stakeholders. So we met, we talked about what they want to do, what will be the business impact, and so on. So the reality, if we would have had the capacity, would have started immediately. However, the team is busy, so that was added to the backlog with potential being started somewhere towards the end of the year. After that, at 12, it's a weekly all hands meeting, which is like the entire company gets together and we look at how the company did, like the KPIs, metrics, success, lesson learned, and like which direction we are moving. From 1 to 1:30, I had a 30-minute gap where I had lunch. I kind of had a few minutes to sit down, reflect, and breathe for a moment. And at 1:30, I had my next one-on-one with the next team member of my team, kind of the final one of the day. And that led to the next meeting of the day, which was from 2 to 3, a final interview loop for a candidate who will be probably joining our team. That's for a senior software engineering role. We'll see how he's actually going, because he is still having some other interviews with other team members. And after that, from 3 to 4, that's the time where I actually spend time on a project that I'm working on architecting the system where this service that we're planning to do. So it's basically system design. Time to focus, be a little bit creative, work creative as much as possible with the time limit and the constraints that I have. And at 4:15, at 4 to 4:15, quickly debriefing of the interview candidate that we had. That is the final interview loop. And from 4:15, I looked at my Outlook, checked emails, follow up on any Outlook, follow up flags that I had on items that I needed to address, or Slack, because through the day I get Slack notifications, and obviously some I can answer really quickly and some need some thought put into them. So I actually mark them as a reminder towards the end of the day to address them. So that's what I did from 4:15 to about 4:50, and at 4:50 I sat down with my planner and looked at how do I want to plan for my next day, like what do I want to do next day, Friday, and what do I need to address as a software engineering manager. So yeah, that's my day. As you can see, it's super busy. Actually, a long day. I started early and I kind of ran longer for the day. Long term, I don't want to do that. So as I said in the previous of my video, that I'm trying to adapt a new strategy, and I want to have more flexible schedule, more open for creativity and spontaneity. Oh my God, I cannot pronounce that. My tongue is tied here. So I want to find a way how to work smarter, right? So if you have any recommendation, tips, tricks, and how do you make the best use of your time, please make sure to share them in the comments below. I'm sure I'll appreciate them, and other people will appreciate it as well, because we all have the same 24 hours in a day, and we want to find the best way to optimize the time we have, and we use it the best we can with the time we have. So yeah, if you found this video useful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and colleagues, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do that to get notified for the next videos on topics of software engineering, lifestyle and tech, and everything and anything about tech. Yeah, then just chat. So yeah, thank you again. See you in the next video. Bye bye.